Boom. Oh, I'm too small. Okay, I misjudged. But what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Throw Spiral Scales live stream. We got we got Adrian, we got Matt, we got Jamie, got the whole squad. What's up, everyone in chat?
Oh,
How are you guys doing? Yeah. As Adrian was just saying before this started, we're just here to vibe. Honestly, just chill
yeah,
out,
that's all we're
talk
gonna do.
talk some yos, talk some design, that kind of stuff. So I'm resizing myself. Okay, it's a little off, but we'll have to make do.
Ooh.
All right.
Magnum
Um,
Remy. Let's go.
all right. Should we just hop in? Should we just hop in?
Yes.
So
Yeah, I think we hop in.
first thing I want to say, consider this an open Q&A. So if you have any questions throughout in chat, just ask. We'll be keeping our eyes on it. Yeah, there's the beard row and then the non-beard
Yeah, beard row.
the vibes.
The
So
boys
yeah,
and the men.
yeah, that's kind of the deal. We're gonna do
Um,
split this into three sections pretty much. We're gonna have intro, background, interview type deal, and then a mini round table, and then product promo and some videos that we have. So yeah, shall we hop in? First thing I wanted to ask, I guess the first thing is just question for Jamie.
Yeah.
Who is Throw Spiral? Who's behind it? What are they up to? And why are they always spinning around? Could you answer this question for me?
I am up to throw spiral spinning around and why.
Okay. That about answers it.
damn.
Yes.
Okay, but in all seriousness, um, how did Throw Spiral start? When was it? What was the catalyst for it? I would like to know.
The catalyst.
Yeah, the
I,
catalyst.
I always knew I wanted to eventually jump off and do my own thing and design yo-yos.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd stuck with Radical C's for so long, that I was like, okay, now I really want to do it now.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, I have the skills. It's not a pipe dream anymore. Now I know what to do. So I just started doing it. It was kind of, I don't know, kind of inevitable, but also, I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
First, I was asking about the catalyst, and now it's the inevitable. I see how it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's for the boomers.
That one's for
Yeah.
the boomers right there. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. So, what was your background before Spiral? You said Radical C's. I know you were on string theory way back, right?
Yeah, way
You wanna,
back.
you
I
want to
got
give
on
me some
string
history
theory.
there?
Okay, so Jamie history. I
Lore.
started
Jamie history.
lore.
Lore. Yeah, let's get the lore going.
Yeah, my yo-yo life story. I started in 2007.
Hmm.
Then my first contest I went to was early 2008.
Hmm.
Then my first sponsor was toward the end of 2010. I was offered String Theory yo-yos. A guy, Mark, in Texas, ran it, and he asked me on board also to help him present at a TEDx conference thing.
Whoa.
So
I
it was
didn't know
like,
that.
it's like I want to sponsor you. Now go be on TEDx stage. It was really crazy.
Huh. Interesting.
The string theory
Big
kind
leagues.
of went the way that it did, and then Jamel was just someone I had just known through the Texas scene,
Yeah.
and then eventually he was like, I want to make yo-yos. I'm like, yeah, bro, sick. And then he was like, no, showed me a render and shit, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. the
And,
the good stuff.
Yeah, so, I mean, I was kind of day one or day zero on that whole thing, which was really interesting to see it grow from, a picture on a phone to a brand with a presence at contests, a team, all that. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
Hmm.
I want to do that journey.
So you
I
had
wanna do-
you had the aspirations to start something of your own since Radical C's, yeah? But what was what how did that transition into Spiral? what took it from, oh, this is a dream I have, to like, okay, I'm doing this now, like this is what I want it to be called, this is the vision I want to go for, and such?
Timing wise, it was kind of just that, like, it was like, oh, Radical Seas is just kind of over.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like doing nothing, right? Like at one point I was like a sponsored player, I was like very involved with the development, and then like that part of my yo-yo life just kind of stopped. And it's like I still wanted to do those things, but I didn't have a way to do it.
Gotcha.
So I just kind of had to build it myself.
That makes
like,
a lot of sense.
It's like I always said I was gonna do a brand, so just do it, dude.
Yeah, just do it. It was time. That's awesome. So thank you for the mini intro. I'm happy I could give you the hard hitting questions. You know how it is. And yeah. So I guess next up.
Oh, let me catch up. Let me catch up on some chat.
Yeah, catch up. Somebody said something about anime. Wonder what that's
yeah,
all about.
What are the top 10 anime
yo-yos.
betrayals? Oh man.
So the number one in the tier list for yo-yos is the Kappa. Number 2 is the Kappa.
Okay. Normally I'd be opposed to this.
Number three is the good prototype, and then the one
Oh.
after, one after that is the less good prototype.
Oh, whoa.
And
The
then
less good prototype, the sick prototype.
right.
We're
Subject
leaking
to change
everything.
as the meta develops.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. I have another question, and this one's kind of aimed at both Jamie and Matt, and that's like, how did Matt become the first Spiral team member, and like how did that go down? What's the story?
So, you can thank, I don't know if he's here, I think he's doing physics or something, but you can thank Micah.
Oh, no
actually,
way.
For,
Okay.
you can thank Micah Wingell for, getting your boy on Throw Spiral. I was, just kind of messaging Micah, you know, just kind of hanging out in Facebook Messenger, you know, back when, like, that was, like, the main platform, and I was like, yo, like, you're tight with Jamie, right? And I was like, Kappa is super dope. And Micah was like, okay, like, I'll let Jamie know. And, like, then Jamie, like, out of nowhere hit me up and was like, yo, like, your tricks are dope. Do you want to join? And I was like, yeah, sure, like, tight. And that was really it.
Fire. How was that from your end, Jamie?
Matt, how did you get your Kappa?
Oh yeah.
I bought it. I got it from you. I feel like... Oh, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry sent me a link to the B grade thing. And I just got a B grade. So, I guess thanks Jerry and
yeah, I was
Micah.
gonna say I think Jerry was in there. Yeah.
All right.
The assist,
Yeah,
man.
thank
Dude,
you, Jerry and Micah.
East Coast got my back, dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
East Coast has got me.
So I guess that connection kind of makes a lot of sense. I guess that begs the question of like, how did you get on? Because that's more of a like a saga, huh? Or no?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like, yeah, because Jamie could kind of explain, but like, I was the actual player number 1.
You were the actual
yeah,
player
just
number
yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian was officially part of Spiral. I think before I had before the first silver run got to me. I think it may be that long.
I didn't have the Proto Kappa yet either.
Right.
I just saw the render and thought it was a sick yo-yo.
Gotcha.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. I thought the same thing. I was
And
like, big Kappa fan since day one.
Yeah. Just Jamie just like I think as bait on the Third Spiral story was just asking like
Oh yeah.
some paraphrase of just like
It was
why
it was
should
a
I-
Q&A. Yeah, it was a Q&A,
Yeah,
and
okay.
someone asked like, what are you looking for in a team person, in like a member of your team?
Mm-hmm.
Which, like that's bait for interest, right?
Yes, of
like
course.
let's be real. And then I also wanted to give a good answer so that people could, have an answer and be like, is that me? That's the kind of thing that Q&As are for. You just kind
For
of
sure.
farm that kind of data
Yeah, you just wanted.
semi-organically. You pretend to be human, but you're just
You're just an AI. It's fine.
yeah. Data, please.
yeah. And and I just happened to reply to that Q&A,
Oh yeah.
and then I didn't expect anything other than like, yeah, let's do it, and I'm just like,
So I guess
and yeah.
I guess that kind of begs the question, like you are a sponsored kendama player, like you're on Grain Theory, right? I'm not getting that wrong.
Yeah.
So how would you like compare the experience, kind of like getting into the sponsored yo-yo realm as compared to like your experience getting into the sponsored kendama realm? So I'm kind of curious about the parallels.
Oh man. So like it's kind of like a pretty different like how everything kind of went about, because especially with Grain Theory, um they're like a brand I just really digged and liked their products, their like just their damas, their team, everything.
Hmm.
And I was kind of like grinding repping for about 2 years before I
Yeah.
even got on their flow team, and then another 2 years till I got onto the pro spot and had my kendama and everything. And it was like just like a bunch of grinding and just like always unsure that like, do I deserve this? How like this is all happening, and being like just all these like cool opportunities like coming my way, and I can't say no either.
Of course.
And then the same way when Jamie just sent that message, I was just like, I'm not gonna say no. So,
Yeah.
and it was just really cool because even I can't remember my exact message, but it was something about like wanting to potentially grow with a brand that was starting, and I just had interest in that, and
Hmm.
Jamie had it back, so here we are.
Very sick, very sick. So I
Yeah,
feel like
and there was
Yeah, go
already
ahead.
like we had a lot of like common interests, like just
Yeah.
I guess you just say aesthetically.
hmm. Yeah,
We just-
you both like
the more we talked, we just kind of like
Uzumaki.
vibed on that level. Yeah, Luzumaki, and just I think the way Adrian found Spiral at all was like because of that, like catching his
Mm.
eye, right?
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Very
I
cool.
love me some organic looking yo-yo. My weakness.
my Achilles heel.
Yup.
Okay, I feel like that's a good intro. No, like that works for the intro.
That's a pretty good lore. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One last piece of
Yeah,
lore
yeah,
dump
go for
is Remy.
Yes.
So Jerry talks to Matt, talks to Micah, talks to Matt, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? But it starts with you because you had a Kappa Proto that
It's
Jerry
true.
played with.
Yeah, it's true.
It actually starts with you. Yeah.
So I'm actually the reason. No, that's all me.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I'll take the credit.
You're my Alvin, Remy.
Okay, no, chill. Run that back. Okay, I don't know about that, but
Yeah,
now,
shout define it in the chat.
yo, what's up, Mark? I gotta message you. Eyes emoji, yeah, for sure. Okay, moving on from like, intro interview section. I was thinking we
The
could
meat.
like we could
Meat
do
and
a
potatoes.
meeting of the minds roundtable discussion. We already talked about like some topics we want to go over, so I guess the first
Right.
thing was just design process, and like maybe Jamie could talk about the first yo-yo and like whatever else comes up, just yo brain it out. So yeah.
Just you brain it out. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, okay, so like how my design process goes.
Mhm.
I don't know. Are we talking like CAD or just like conceptual or
I guess you could start with just like the yo-yo, the Kappa, if you want. CAD,
oh like just like how the Kappa kind
Yeah,
of came to be
yeah.
itself?
for sure.
Okay, yeah. So when I first started learning CAD and trying to make a yo-yo, before I left Radical Seas,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to develop, work on just iterating on existing protos we had,
Mhm.
just myself, so kind of from scratch, kind of not from scratch, and make new things because it's like I'm, hey, I'm on the team in-house development. That sounds pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, I end up leaving Radical Seas, and it's like, well, now I just really, really want to make a yo-yo.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I was working on was actually just a, Jamie Sig.
Mm.
And it looked ridiculous, just completely ridiculous. I still didn't know what I was doing with CAD. It was like, I don't know how, what was I trying to do? It was kind of,
42 millimeters, 69 grams, that kind of deal. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, it was probably, I think when I finally like figured out how to revolve it and stuff, it was like 20 grams. It was also very sharp and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
The
So that's
So
yeah.
so it started like that. Then it was like, okay, now I'm just literally making the yo-yo only for myself. It's like I stopped considering it as like a commercial product. I stopped thinking of it as like a Radical C's yo-yo. It was just like, what do I want to make? And if it's just gonna be me making a yo-yo, it's just it was really just for me. It's like I might just buy these prototypes, be done forever. I wasn't so sure about it becoming like a full brand or whatever. So that first Kappa proto was very just catered to me and what I wanted at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of like it was first proto. I throw it and it's like, oh, this is very close. The shape was kind of an evolution of what I was throwing a lot at that time, which was Radical C's stuff, which are all very organic.
Mm-hmm.
Except for their bimetal, the bimetals like the Oracle and the Tempo, which have this sort of hourglass shape. It's like curved to either an inverse or flat inner profile.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, this is the shape I like the best. I want it to be this size because I like it the best.
Yeah, it's the
I'm
Jamie
sorry.
likes it best. Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. No.
I'm sorry. No, I just chat.
Oh gosh.
no, yeah, it's not.
I did not. Hi. Oh man. Oh, that broke my train of thought.
You're good. You're good. is it the Alvin in chat?
Yeah.
Not bimetal.
Well, I guess a question I have is like, I mean, you have this one yo-yo. It's, I mean, I thought it was really well received. Like you had people like Jake Bullock and like generally I thought
Yeah, the reception I can't believe.
yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
like
Crazy.
the
So crazy.
I feel like the whole community really liked it. Like if you saw on the BST post where it was like yo-yo of 2020, everyone was like Kappa
Yeah, I
Kappa
can't
dunk. You know, it
like
was.
I was
up
shocked
there.
it was on the poll, and then I was like, wait, that's like top 5. What's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how are there?
Yeah.
Like I only made 80 of these. Who is?
Yeah, yeah.
So many crazy releases this year too.
Mhm.
Like I feel like
Yeah.
this year I feel like this year so many like new companies came out and had really amazing breakout releases, and
Mm.
Kappa was like, well, in my opinion, it's the best one.
Yeah,
But
of course.
by the community as a whole, it's like considered among the best. That's so crazy. It's so crazy.
So,
Yeah, it's funny because
oh, go ahead, please.
oh, I was just gonna say like it was funny that like this was like kind of before Matt like was on, and we're just me and Jamie are just talking about the silver Kappa that we first got, and we're just like, yo, this is like crazy good, and then we're just hitting up our friends. It's like, we're not crazy, right? And just like I'm in disbelief.
No, yeah, like those
Like-
first silver Kappas were so good that it's like, I don't know if this is just like my bias as the creator, or
Mhm.
if this is like like really really good. I don't, because I just didn't have expectations, I guess.
Yeah, and it's like,
Especially, and then the same thing applies to the reception as well. It's like
mm,
this turned out so much better than I thought, and everyone likes it when like that wasn't really something I had considered at all.
mm. It's interesting to think of it going like, you were saying it was like, when you're designing it, making the first protos, it was like, this is the Jamie yo-yo, this is what I want in a yo-yo, like, I'm just going for what I want, into like, oh wow, other people also like this, and like, that's
good taste, man.
that's yeah, Jamie just got the saucy
You got
thing.
good taste, man.
But
I-
that's
I would
interesting.
hope so. I would hope so.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I guess without revealing too much about the future, like what's your what kind of design moves are you guys going to be making, like without revealing anything you don't want to reveal, of course, but
Like
Matt
this
dies at the
and
end.
like
little of this, little of that.
He's actually completely right. It's actually completely true.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
for sure,
Um,
for sure.
What can I say?
Yeah, I don't want to force you into saying anything you don't want
We
to
have
say.
we have two prototypes in progress right now.
Mhm.
There's gonna be another yo-yo.
That's an
Yeah.
assumption.
The first
be
first
not-
prototype.
another yo-yo.
There's gonna be another yo-yo.
It would be an interesting move to sponsor a yo-yo contest and then not make any more yo-yos. So I think it's kind of a
Okay,
given.
So here's one of the prototypes. Right,
Mm.
see that? That's one prototype right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see how this is. Okay.
Okay, you should, okay.
Let's take a screenshot. Okay.
All right, let me get the other prototype. This other yo-yo is very different. The dimensions are completely different. It's designed with different people in mind. So that one looks like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Got it.
really excited for that one. Really
So,
excited
yeah.
for that one. Some setbacks, but
Yeah.
as you can tell, it's coming along really well. Yeah, I'm very really
So-
happy with what we've achieved so far.
I guess keeping with the design question theme, how is it different designing a yo-yo for yourself and like, oh, this is what I want in a yo-yo, as compared to like designing a yo-yo for a team or like in collaboration with other people or whatever, anything like that? What do you think are
Right,
the big
right.
differences?
It's really so different.
Mm.
Especially because when I do like a for me design, I'm just working alone, like totally alone, like no voice, no one else is seeing me do it.
Mm.
Just in my cave, goblin lair, defending a level 1 chest or whatever.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But when I work with other people, it's like I usually work with them in real time rather than just like sending images back and forth. We'll like get in a voice call, they'll see what I'm doing on the screen, and so that changes it a lot because they can make very minute changes. Meanwhile, where it's like, oh, if I send you a render, you tell me this, or it's like, oh man, a little to the left, things like that.
Mhm.
It really, really lets you hone it in. Having that second set of eyes, you can make really, really special stuff, really unique stuff.
Yeah.
And
so,
everyone
Oh.
perceives like yo-yo design so differently that when it's two pairs of eyes looking at the same thing, you see stuff you don't otherwise.
For sure. What are you
I
gonna
think
say,
it's
Matt?
something that benefits from more minds. Yeah.
Little piece of Spiral lore. The day before I joined the team, actually, the way Jamie kind of like introduced me to the inner workings of Spiral was he was like, "What kind of yo-yos do you like?" And then I like gave him a little list of like different yo-yos that I liked and really enjoyed playing with, and like the specs I look for in yo-yos I enjoy playing with, and he just like made a yo-yo and was like, "Does this look like something you'd use?" And then I was like, "Yep." And then the next day I was in the team chat. And
Yeah.
and ever since, I feel like one thing that like always like the three of us really enjoy doing together, kind of as like a team bonding activity, is actually designing yo-yos. Like the three of us all like unironically love just like sitting in a call for like 5 or 6 hours and just like watching Jamie work and, like I can't even begin to like I don't even know where to start when it comes to like listing off all of like the like really weird like crazy yo-yos we've like come up with together that will never see the light of day. But that's like
It's
as a collective, like as a team, our like love language is like yo-yo design. So it's like it's definitely a huge part of like our team chemistry is like actually is just yo-yo design itself.
That's honestly really cool to hear. I feel like Oh wait, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say we're just huge yo-yo nerds, and like even when I first got on the team, the first thing me and Jamie did was like we hopped on a Google Hangouts and was like, "Yo, let's design something," and I've never been a part of that process ever before, and I was just like, oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So was
It
that
was, it was just,
was that before or after you had like started coming up with? I know you have your own kendama. Like, was that pre or after that?
it was this was like this was December 29th when 2019. I mean when I first got on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say like I didn't get to design my kendama until about 2 months later. So it was
Yeah.
my first time seeing someone drop CAD
Yeah.
live. So I was just nerding out and just being all like just stoked the whole time.
Mm-hmm. So I think that experience of like trying to get on a team for a long time, like you said, you were like grinding and then you were on flow team and then you like waited and got on pro team and then designed a yo-yo or designed a kendama like way later. I think that's probably
Yeah.
more accurate to like what most people on most yo-yo brands have happen. Like if you're on Duncan or something like that, it's like you get asked to have a SIG and then that's your first time ever like working with somebody to design something, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's probably a pretty unique kind of like team chemistry to just be like second day on a team you're like, yo, let's get in a Google Hangout and just design something right now. That's like
Yeah,
that's like definitely
it's
special.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think it's
love
just so important to make a product that your team loves as much as you do.
Mm.
You know, it's not just like, oh, I made this beautiful thing. Here, team, what do you think?
Yeah.
You know, like here, team, you must sell this wonderful thing. Like
Yeah.
generally, it's like if you're making good yo-yos, like it's fine. Your team will be like, we like this, but you know, it's like
Something different
I think
when you're like in
when they're
all-
part of the process,
Yeah.
it makes the product better and their ability to promote and you know even explain the product because they were part of the development process. They know what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
It just enriches the experience for everyone, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, weird analogy, but it's one of those things where like there are different tasks that people might do. They'll feel like a chore to some people, but others might really enjoy like doing that thing, so it doesn't feel like official or stressful or anything.
Mm.
Like even when we're doing like business activity, like I guess I would consider like yo-yo design and like working on like new releases and stuff like that would probably be the most business like thing we do as a team. But it never really feels like it. Like it never really as funny as it sounds, even though like we spend the vast majority of our time talking as a team doing official things, it never feels like we're doing official stuff because it's just like so enjoyable.
Yeah. Or it's like, yo, check this out. Gas.
For sure. Before we keep talking about other stuff, I just want to say before I forget, because I will forget, there's going to be like a Discord yo-yo club, like learning tricks, hanging out on the Skills Discord tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I need to say that so Colin
I believe
doesn't
there's
message me
also
again.
a
Will you
watch
there?
party
Will you
in the
guys be
Scales
there?
Discord.
Oh, there might be.
now.
I cannot switch tabs on Discord, so I don't know. But
There is
I will
not,
look.
but there should be.
Oh, no watch
there
party.
could be. If anyone was trying to
Yo-yo club tomorrow. Pop
Yo-Yo
out.
Club tomorrow, pop out, yeah.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will be there.
Learn some
Before-
Everyone pop
learn
out.
some dope.
Pull up, pop out.
Before I sidetrack too much, I guess the next thing to talk about on this like mini list I have is like yo-yo design aesthetics. So you guys are talking about like
Oh yeah.
getting in a Discord call or getting in a Google Hangouts and like just design braiding. Like what kind of aesthetics do you guys like as a team and like what do you kind of look for?
Comfy.
Comfy, interesting.
I think is the one thing. I think I would say that none of us are very competitively driven yo-yoers, and I think one thing that really radiates in like a lot of the designs that we've come up with is just like our excitement like as a team just for like the hobby as a whole. And I think we have so much experience like as a team designing yo-yos together that every yo-yo that we've like rolled out ends up being like super defined, because like we'll spend like hours designing a yo-yo and then like one of us will just send like a random text in the team chat at like 2 in the morning and be like, hey Jamie, can you like reduce the diameter on this yo-yo by like 0.3 millimeters? So I think like
Yes, dear.
yeah. But I feel like in general, like the aesthetic that we generally will go for with yo-yos, like when we're making yo-yos together, is we always try and make yo-yos that will be enjoyable to play with for like really extended periods of time without like putting the yo-yo down. And like
Aesthetic.
obviously I had no part in designing the Kappa, but the Kappa, I mean, I really haven't used a yo-yo other than the Kappa since I got my first one in like June. And I think the Kappa like totally changed like how I view yo-yos and yo-yo design. And once I kind of got the feel for like a truly like comfortable yo-yo, not just in terms of like shape, but in terms of like feel and how easy it is to like use a yo-yo for super long sessions. Like I wanted like more and more of it, and it definitely completely changed like the aesthetic I go for whenever like I want to see a yo-yo come out a certain way.
For sure.
And I,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I'd also say like at least aesthetic wise, just from the Kappa and the two protos we have, they're all completely different, but all make you want to just like play them for like Matt said, for extended period, just sesh and kind of like turn your brain off and yo
Gotcha.
and just zoom and just do your thing, and I think that's what they all tend to have in common, just like a lot of playback value.
For sure. I was actually on a call with Jamie like a few days ago, and he was like, "Yo, did you read this Sakatuka description of like what he likes about his
Oh
yo-yo?"
yeah, his product
and like,
blurb on the panorama. It's
I
really
swear, Matt just kind of like reiterated the same thing. Like the difference between a yo-yo that like, you know, you pick up once and you're like, "Oh yeah, this is cool," but then like you don't really end up using it much, as compared to like a yo-yo where you're
staying power.
Staying power. So,
Something that
it's funny.
makes you want to throw it for a long time on the micro level, which is just like individual sessions. It's a lightweight yo-yo. It moves easily.
Yeah.
Like on the micro level, but also on the macro level, where it's like this yo-yo doesn't get in your way or hold you back in a way that takes you out of the flow. It's like when you want to reach flow state, you reach for this yo-yo because you know it's going to be there and do what you expect it to do.
Yeah. It's an addicting yo-yo. It's an incredibly addicting yo-yo. Like, you can pick it up and use it for a really long time, and then you'll put it down, and you'll pick up another yo-yo, and you'll kind of feel it out, and you'll be like, this is really good. But I'd rather just go back to using the Kappa. And then I'd always just end up going back and picking it up. It's like, it has like, I don't like know how to explain it other than it feels like every yo-yo ever made, but in one yo-yo.
I think the word I landed on to describe the Kappa, and I think it kind of covers it in every way, is neutral. I think it's a very neutral yo-yo. It's not over designed. It's not totally minimalistic either. It's not heavy. It's not light. It's not large. It's not small.
Yeah.
It's not like a super fast yo-yo or a super slow yo-yo. It's just like, it feels almost like just kind of the baseline in that way.
So, two things. One, Corey in chat said, when is the next drop? He hasn't been able to pick up a Kappa yet, so do you have any info on that?
There's gonna be a ton.
Oh, what?
Yeah, next drop.
Next drop? Or wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
When is it? Do you know?
Oh, they hold up their SIGs immediately.
Yeah, okay.
So-
We'll get to that,
Just
guys.
enhance
don't worry.
read.
Do you have a date or not yet?
We don't have a date. What I can say is that they will be dropping at Yo-Yo Sam and possibly other retailers. Details are pending.
Gotcha. Keep your eyes peeled.
Keep your eyes peeled. I'm trying to go as fast as I can.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
But they're here. They're here. Look, there
Yeah,
are
no.
yo-yos.
There's
There are yo-yos.
I mean,
There's-
all the unknown pre-orders are shipped out.
Sweet.
So there's that. There are like a lot more Kappas out in the wild now than there were previously.
Yeah.
But for drops, I don't want to give concrete info until like I'm really for
Gotcha.
sure.
Yeah. 100%. I have photos of all of your signature colors. I will be showing on screen shortly, so don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
I have
Uh,
them too.
Also,
In case you want to see what they look like on a budget webcam, this is what they look like on a budget webcam.
yeah, for sure. We don't need the high quality images Adrian Dropbox to me. That's besides the point.
Yeah.
So the other question I had for Yo-Yo Design Aesthetics is like, even when you were just holding up those two, secret prototypes,
Oh.
you were showing the rims, and it seems like
Yes.
Kappa or Throw Spiral has like maybe like one of the only brands with a consistent thing on every yo-yo. So
Consistent thing.
speak
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, that actually is a design aesthetics thing, and just I think it's a very important thing that isn't discussed explicitly often, but is one of the most important things you could do to stand out as a designer is to develop not necessarily a calling card,
Hmm.
but like a cohesive visual language, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. For
It's
sure.
like when you look at a Caribou Lodge yo-yo, you know what it is immediately.
Yeah, 100%.
Like every time, and you never mistake other yo-yos for Caribou Lodge yo-yos either.
Yeah, it's true.
You need, even if it's like a very obvious style element, like
The double rim.
Caribou Lodge double
Yeah.
rim or some, or like side effects or something.
Gotcha.
It's very valuable to have something that people can just look at and identify your yo-yo. Branding without branding.
Gotcha.
Um,
Before we talk about yo-yo design for too long,
Yeah.
no, let's talk about yo-yo design more. Should we move on to like one thing I had here was the packaging and unboxing experience. That was something we kind of wanted to talk about. Like beyond just the yo-yo, it's like how do you guys value that and like,
Oh yes, the yo-yo itself as a product. I actually
Yes.
prepared an example ahead of this conversation.
oh yay.
To
Great.
showcase our new packaging.
There you
So
go.
Wow.
the unknown cap is already shipped like this, so it's not like a secret, but this is
Very
our new
sick.
packaging. It's these plastic tubes. You may recognize them from like Mark 1 yo-yos.
Gotcha.
Same idea. We have a sticker on the inside of the lid there.
Very cool.
Cute spiral chan, very cute.
Yep.
Pop open the lid. You have your yo-yo.
Oh, what yo-yo was that? Oh my gosh.
Wait, what yo-yo is this?
Oh my gosh, what
Oh.
yo-yo is that? What
Is
could
that,
that
a
be?
is that a Skills
What?
collaboration Teal Kappa?
Is that parts formed into a spiral formation?
What? No,
No,
is that the logo on the stream? Wait, what? That's crazy. Wait.
right there?
Ooh.
Very sick, very sick. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then inside, underneath, we have a sparkly sticker too of Spiral Chan there.
Oh, that's
The art
that's
that you
fire.
see on
Outfit
like,
already
the
leaked.
art on the portrait hoodie and the romantic tee.
I guess we can talk about art too, because like I saw Drew in chat, and I believe Drew did
Yeah.
the art
Yeah.
for your edition. So, and also Matt has some
That's-
art and all of that.
I had
so.
a custom
That's
job
Drew
on
made-
mine too.
Drew made an animated yo-yo for the anime yo-yo guys.
Very fitting.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Also, Drew also killed it on this design. Not only is it a zoetrope, so this animates at 78 RPM, but also the A and E are an ambigram, so it reads the same either way.
Hmm.
And also the A and E are spiral, so it's all just like spiral, without ever saying spiral on the yo-yo. It's cool.
Spiral on the mind.
I'm just gonna put it on the screen
True.
because why not?
Dope.
Oh,
Throw it.
I'm finding it. Give me a moment. It will be coming up shortly. I promise.
Yeah, shout out Drew, the greatest artist of all
great
dude.
time.
Yes.
Genuinely the goat.
For
Genuinely
sure.
the goat.
So sick. I cannot wait to get myself one of those. Right, Jamie?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I?
It's
I need
like that
Matt
thing
in-
where I'm like
yeah.
asking one of my friends to like sleep over in front of their mom. I gotta pressure you into it. I'm gonna get the Adrian Kappa, right, Jamie?
No, like I literally have you like marked down under the B grades like
Under
you're in the
the
spreadsheet. You're in the spreadsheet. Don't do me like this.
Oh. I
But
know,
another
I know,
thing
I know.
also in our team chat, often how we talk are just that watery eye emoji, and we're just always like, "Hey Jamie, okay if all the time."
Adrian and I are
It's- yeah.
autographing each other's signature yo-yos.
I'll go back here. For sure.
The
Yeah,
bromance
it's-
is real, dude.
Romance is real.
Yeah,
It's
there.
it's all bromance and it's all soft boys. We're all just so
Yeah.
soft.
Alright, for some reason it doesn't want me to put up photos, so I'll figure
I'd
that
like
out
to
later.
I'd like to take credit for bringing that emoji into team chat though.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, Micah actually was talking to Jamie and was like, if I could like describe Matt's entire personality in one emoji, and then he just sent that emoji, and then Jamie was like, "Yep."
So the real
Yeah.
question is, you know how you can choose the emoji on a Facebook group chat? Is it the eyes emoji?
Okay. This
Is
drives
it?
me crazy.
Yeah.
You can't make that like the group emoji.
Why
We
not?
have blush. We have flush. You know, the
Ooh.
like
Ah.
it's like the
Yeah, we
necklace
have
thing,
to-
but it drives me crazy. It's like it makes me so upset. Don't
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
get
we
me,
tried.
Don't get me started. Yeah.
Okay,
Wait.
okay.
No, you can do it. I just did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I just made it the team chat emoji
Oh.
right now.
That's not the team chat, wrong chat, bud.
That's not the team chat.
Yeah, wrong chat.
No.
Nice try though. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna give it
Um,
another go.
I guess we only have a few more
Did it. Boom.
topics. Oh, this is a good one. Yo-Yo Kendama crossover. That's definitely
Oh,
Adrian
yes.
Adrian Bait question.
Yeah.
But
Word.
but yeah, you want
What
to
tip
just
you got?
go for it?
No, like what about it exactly?
I guess trick
there's-
process maybe. Is that a good place to start? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's- Yeah.
So
this
deep.
no, yeah, this topic, like, I feel like anytime I ever talk about like Dama yo-yo crossover, I always have to shout out the OGs because they laid down the groundwork.
For sure.
And that's a Searod. He was like OG string killer. He was doing towers on kendamas in 2012 and 13. Just no one's business.
That's crazy.
He was also the first like kendama player that all like he was on Caribou at the same time he was on Kendamako, Big Flex. They're and like him and this other Kendamako player, Dana Robinson, were kind of like my first kendama focused string trick type like inspirations.
Hmm.
And then obviously Charles Haycock and
Yeah.
Herding Cat.
We have
That
that.
was,
we have
like-
that to play.
Yeah, that's the video that really just changed it all for me. Just, oh, you really can move like that, and I don't know, and that was just like, personally, that video also introduced me to yo-yo because then I just started stumbling on the Caribou YouTube, seeing my
Interesting.
first yo-yo videos, and then here we are also.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, kind of like, I guess I'm curious. You kind of like blew up in the kendama scene for doing a lot of string tricks, yeah? Was
Yeah,
that like after you
Weird.
found out about like where were you in your yo-yo journey at that point? I guess were you already yo-yoing or not?
I was from like 2014 through I'd say like the beginning of 2018, it was kind of just like my knowledge of yo-yo was I appreciated and loved videos and had like favorites, and I liked the collecting aspect of yo-yos and design, but I only really knew how to like I could trapeze, I could bind, and I
Yeah.
could like maybe like just like some very simple things. And then 2018 I moved up to Northern California, just had more time, started to like have dedicated time, just throw consistently and try to learn.
For
And
sure.
I think around that like in 2019, a year after, was when I think it was once I started busting out the black background and just like very obvious neon string.
Yeah.
It's like where where like time code for just things changed, or like just like the people who saw my stuff, or from it was like, and it was crazy because it was a combined like kendama community being more just introduced to like yo-yo inspired string tricks, and then
Mhm.
also yo-yo finding my tricks because I guess it hits.
It's yeah, true.
Yeah, like and
Yo-yoers
that
yo-yoers are narcissists. They see yo-yoing type things and they go, "Oh,
yeah, like a lot of I'd say a lot of inspiration for my string like kendama string tricks were I did not know how to do them at all on yo-yos.
Gotcha.
So I tried learning them on kendamas, like
Mhm.
Plastic Whip and Ninja
That's-
Vanish
that's so
I learned-
crazy."
on a dama like in 2016, and then I learned Brent Stall on a kendama so I could do it on a yo-yo, and
That's
like
crazy.
like even suicides and stuff like that all learned on a kendama at first. Just like very aberrant like yo-yo skill tree going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
It's really interesting because I feel like no one else really has had that like kendama to yo-yo pipeline trajectory. Like it's kind of its own thing,
Yeah.
and I feel like you kind of have your own style from it too, which is really cool. Two
No,
cents.
yeah, I feel like I'm just honestly just all like the same way Jamie probably feels about like just Kappa and the whole spiral reception. I still don't like, because like from my perspective, I'm just like, here's some string tricks I dig or
Mhm.
whatever, and like I never would have thought that it would just like snowballed into all the stuff that's happened, like even how like my kendama has string grooves in it, and that I just have a thing like that now. It's all surreal.
For
Thanks,
sure.
Jamie.
Should we? I'm trying to like keep an eye on time so it doesn't go on forever because should we talk? Like one of the things we kind of wanted to like you kind of mentioned was like social media and like mental health and this kind of stuff within the community, I guess. So, were there any like
Oh,
specific
yeah.
things you wanted to talk about with that?
So I would say this from just like not like kind of seeing from now, but kind of being like the yo-yo community and Dama community. There's so many parallels I see
Mm,
in both like the positive ways and also seeing like some negative aspects that seem to
Gotcha.
like get at everyone, and sometimes people just don't really talk about it, or maybe not. People are just like I could start with the positives at first, like
Yeah, yeah,
social
yeah.
media and like kendama yo-yo, like just the community aspect is so huge, being able to see each other's things and be inspired by whatever tricks people are doing, or just seeing how people are being so sick with it,
Mhm.
and then just makes you want to think, I want to be sick with it. But conversely, like sometimes people are like comparing themselves in a negative way, like people are like I started noticing this just the first times I was like lurking the yo-yo scene, and
Yeah.
just I'm not saying anything to anyone, I'm just looking at comments on stuff and just seeing stuff like so and so did this,
Yeah.
or like laughing emojis, just kind of
It's
like,
it's
oh,
rampant.
yes.
whoa.
It's rampant, dude.
I'm just like,
Gatekeeping.
and just like stuff like that, which I'm seeing from like a kendama aspect at least, because also the two communities are like in way different developments. Like yo-yo has had so much time to become how it is now, but kendama is like in a exponentially growing and budding but still early stage
Hmm.
in a sense, like where it's at. But in the kendama community, it's overall a bit more like you're just hyped that someone's playing, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh, first, let's go, can't wait to see what happens from here.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
just but sorry, I'm just going on a tangent. There's like
No,
so
you're
many
good.
thoughts I have.
yeah.
But
Yeah, go for it.
but what I was getting to with comparing yourself, and just like some people just like almost start to value themselves yet less because they're comparing themselves to others, seeing people just like kill it rather than like seeing people kill it makes you like, man. And
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
All in
But
support of. Oh, my bad. You go.
no, go on.
No, Adrian has brought this up and we've talked about it. Like, I'm all in support of more people taking like a kendama approach to yo-yo. I don't really know how to put it into words, but I think the way we've compared the two in the past was like obviously with kendama's a higher stakes hobby. With the way the tricks work, they're almost like runs, or like if you're doing like a skate run, it's all hit or miss. Like in kendama, you can like drop a trick with one mistake, but with yo-yoing, it's a run. So like if you drop the yo-yo out of the mount, you can pick it back up and keep going. But in kendama, if you're in the middle of doing a really long string of tricks and you drop a trick, then you go back to ground zero. And the way it works in kendama is, since yo-yoing is like such a weird and like dense hobby, I feel like just because there's a lot more that you can do with a yo-yo. It's more probable that people end up doing the same things. But like just scrolling through kendama Instagram versus scrolling through yo-yo Instagram, like you'll see that if you look through the comment thread on like a kendama trick, everyone will just be like, yo, like that was so sick, I can't believe you finally laced that, like that was so cool. And it'll just be nothing but congratulatory statements. And then like if you go through like yo-yo comment threads, and like every once in a while you'll come across like they'll like, haha, like I already did this like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I definitely do think it definitely does get kind of upsetting to see gatekeeping happening.
It's strange because there's like so little to be gained from staking that claim.
Yeah.
Like there's no like I don't think there's a ton of glory to be had for like hashing out any individual element.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't see the long-term goal other than
Because
Yeah.
it's like, guess what?
like trick ownership in general. Like unless your trick is like something just timeless like rancid milk, like your name's not gonna stay attached to it. The best you can hope for,
Gotcha.
like literally the best thing you can hope for, is your name getting stuck to it with like the name of the mount. Like the mat wrist mount thing. Yeah. Like that's
Yeah,
the
sure.
closest to like eternal glory we have these days. Like
Yeah, but then it's just like, it's like, guess what? When even like if you get upset when one other person does something that you think you did first, you're in for a treat when you realize that there are going to be a lot more people than that first person that are going to do the element that you thought you came up with on your own.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that taking like a kendama approach to yo-yo would definitely be like a positive thing. But then like at the same time, you also have two completely different categories of yo-yoing, because there are people who compete and then there are people who don't. And I honestly think that the people who do compete are kind of at ease with the fact that there are going to be a lot of people doing the same tricks
Yeah.
as them, because with competitive yo-yoing, I mean, obviously I don't have a lot of competitive experience, so I don't have great insight into it, but there definitely is a way about competitive yo-yoing of crunching the numbers to like to pull the highest score and get the most optimized routine possible. So I think I think that's one thing that makes like people stumbling across the same yo-yo tricks more common in yo-yoing, because of the nature of competitive yo-yoing. Like it's very numbers focused, which means there's a lot more room for like optimization of tricks and routines.
Yeah.
And that definitely does lead to less originality, but at the same time, competitive yo-yoing's crazy.
that originality
like, it's crazy.
then is like that much more precious
Yeah.
if it's
Exactly.
so if it's
Exactly.
when it becomes more rare, and it's like it's
It's like when you do
Um,
something, when you find something in competitive yo-yoing that's like really good and new, it's like people are always going to take it and like grow on it, because it's never going to just stay yours, because if it's really that good, like it's a guarantee that other people are going to do things similarly. Like it's just how it goes.
yeah I think someone
as-
like learning your trick is like the highest compliment.
Mm.
You know, I
Yeah.
love I
Hell
love it.
yeah.
I love when people ask to learn my stuff or whatever, or
Mhm.
I just see them do it. It's like the best.
So tutorials? Can we
a
expect
cool
tutorials?
thing-
I've made tutorials in the past. Start up again on Spiral tutorials. Never say never.
Never say
Oh,
never.
dude, I'm down.
Yeah.
We got.
I'm probably the worst trick learner of all time, but I love to share tricks.
Sick.
no, same.
I genuinely think I'm the worst. I genuinely think that there's nobody worse than me at learning tricks, but I'd very much love to film tutorials. That would be awesome. That would be really cool. I'm down.
While we're on the topic though of like the social media presence and like Yo-Yo, I think this is Jack's YouTube, Jack Hudspatch.
Yeah,
shout him
yeah.
out, he's
Fidgety.
sick.
I was about to
Yes, it is.
point this out. This is like exactly what we were getting at.
Yeah, because this is something that I know happens. Like it happens to me with Kendama and Yo-Yo and a lot of my close friends within both sides, and it's one of those things where like, so he's talking about just feeling pressured to post consistently, like the way these social media apps especially are meant to make you feel addicted to like wanting the response like
Yeah.
of something from people. And I think a lot of people forget that like just share the tricks you share the tricks you like, do the things you want to do, and if someone hates it,
Whatever.
fuck them. Like
Yeah.
you're doing good, really like
Yeah,
and
I agree.
and the thing is like a lot of the pressure is like I think something I learned more recently or like got myself to self-realization because I also deal with a lot of like the pressure and anxiety of just ever since I became a pro for Grain Theory, like I've had a harder time just to play Kendama and
Yeah.
in the sense like post like even with Yo-Yo I'm always like I want to one up myself every time and then I realize when I'm not filming and I'm just like chill doing my thing that's when I'm playing the actual best.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
Yep.
agree. That was Matt Mondays in a nutshell when I did it for 6 months straight
It's crazy.
last year.
Animal.
Yeah.
Animal. What a
we
streak.
counted them up. I filmed a completely new trick for 23 weeks consecutively, I think.
That's just absolutely batshit, honestly. I don't know how you did
Yeah.
that.
And so once it was all said and done, and I finally got a break because it was my first semester of college as well. So I eventually and I reached out to Jamie Nager and I was like, guys, like posting a completely new trick every week is honestly getting really stressful, and I like
We're like, yeah.
and I was like, I don't know what I want to do, and I was like, is it okay if I like maybe don't do one every week?
Oh my gosh.
And then
Sure,
Matt,
Jamie
it's
was
okay.
Jamie was like, no, and I was like, oh word, and then he was like, dude, I'm kidding, and it was like, I think the way I describe
This
like
kid.
where it led things, was that eventually I was only yo-yoing, to like make new stuff. Like, I never got time to like take a step back, get some air in, and kind of take in all of like the content I'd been like crunching out like week after week after week. Like, I was talking with someone else about this, but what I do is I'd work all week to like roll out a new trick, and then as soon as the trick went out on social media, I'd find like a new beginning, middle, or ending portion to the trick that I liked way more than what went up on Instagram. And every time I'd get this like immense feeling of like regret and frustration, like why couldn't I have just figured that out? Like the tricks never felt complete or like finished. And I think taking a step back from posting a trick every single week, and I've been following this new thing where I'll work on a trick for 3 or 4 weeks straight, and I will not put the trick out until I am totally sure that like there's nothing I want to change about the trick, and that is the version of the trick I want to practice. I mean, Jamie can attest to this. I mean, I will send nothing but like the same exact trick into the
He
group
sends
chat.
he sends a lot of iterations. It's pretty
Like,
cool to see it like
I will send
come
like
together.
the same trick
Yeah.
multiple times every single week, sometimes more than one time a day,
Mm.
just with little bits and pieces changed, and that definitely I feel a lot more fulfilled with how I'm using like my platform to like share yo-yo content. And I think for me, ever since I've been on Spiral, even though I had a period of time where like Map Mondays were kind of difficult and I was struggling, I still think that like having a support system is extremely important, because social media is such a common thing. People often overlook how stressful it can be, because people are so used to just hopping on their phone and scrolling through Instagram for a really long time, that it's totally normalized to get stressed out by social media. Like it's just this thing now where everyone gets stressed out by social media. So like, what's the difference? But I definitely think having a support system to talk with whenever you're feeling stressed out or anxious about like, whether it be posting yo-yo tricks, whether it be being on social media at all and posting any yo-yo content, it's always good to like reach out to people who you think will be able to give you like the help and insight you need. And I think one thing that's helped me change is I've definitely gained a lot more confidence to kind of like cross yo-yo into my like have a crossover between my yo-yo life and my personal life. Because a few years ago I completely shifted off of like posting, like showing yo-yoing to like anybody that I did not meet through yo-yoing, because for some reason social media put me into this mindset where the only people that I felt comfortable seeing me yo-yo would be the people I met through were other yo-yoers.
Mhm.
But recently I've definitely gained the confidence to bring yo-yoing into my personal life more, and that's something I suggest everyone does. Is I would highly suggest not making yo-yoing so I would suggest
Secret.
branching out. Yeah, be proud of yo-yoing. It's a thing like all of us are really into and we're really excited on, and it's like something we're all really good at. And I think it does way more good than harm to be sharing it with the people you love the most. Like, if you would have ever asked me like 2 years ago if I would have had like my girlfriend put art on a yo-yo for me,
Mm.
like, obviously I would have said no. Like, I never thought that I would have that much of a crossover between like my personal life and my yo-yo life. And I think it's something that we should definitely address more as a community. Like, bringing your yo-yo life and your real life together is like probably the best decision you can make if you're struggling with yo-yo and social media. Like, it's just it's a decision I think everyone should try to eventually talk about with someone, or muster the strength to bring it up with someone you care about, and eventually just bridge the gap. But yeah, this is a yo-yo that my
Nice
awesome
yo-yo,
girlfriend
Matt.
did art on, and never thought I'd be saying that.
I do think it's interesting, like, people keeping, like, a lot of people have a private account and then, like, like a
Yeah,
friend's
yeah.
account and then a yo-yo account, or, like, people using different names and such, and, like, it's kind of an interesting thing to
right.
bring
This
light
is
to.
like
I don't really have, personally, like, a strong take on it. Like, I don't know, people can do what they want, but it is
Yeah,
I
actually,
think
it's an
I think
the
interesting thing.
separation. I think that separation goes two ways as well. In that, people hide their like normal life-ishness from yo-yo as well, and like
Totally.
a lot of times their relationships with like yo-yoing friends won't be the same depth as real life
Yeah,
relationships. Like, the worlds are just completely compartmentalized,
yeah,
and it's like the people that you see regularly are not at all aware or part of this important part of your life. But then when you go and live that part of your life with the other people, you don't go deep with them either, and it's just a very unsatisfying relationship with the whole thing, I think.
Very awkward divide.
Yeah.
So like, you include the real life people into what you care about, they take an interest in your interest, and also you interact with the people out in Yo-Yo Land more like real people. It makes everything a lot more rewarding. Rather,
Sure.
I think it's just like the lines between those worlds are already blurred, and trying to keep them separate doesn't really benefit.
Gotcha. Adrian, do you have something to say on that, and then maybe move on?
I was just gonna say, like, just like again, like observations from being in both of the communities. I've randomly met kendama players like walking
Yeah.
anywhere in random parts of the country just because I was playing kendama, and then suddenly someone's like, "Yo, can I try that?" A lunar flip, or like a whirlwind, or like
No way.
just like just like the fact that I spot kendama players in the wild, but I never have encountered another yo-yoer in the wild. Like
Interesting.
it'll never happen unless there's a meet or a club.
Mm.
And I'm just like, yo, just like, don't just like, if it's you, it's like, if that's what you love to do, like, just don't like hide it. Like, don't like, if you love it so much, like, why are you also kind of like, shame, like almost like ashamed to like show it in front of people?
Yeah, be proud
Especially
of the thing you
like-
put so much time into.
Especially because like a lot of these people are crazy fucking sick with it too, and they don't even. I'm like, yo, like, anytime I just like look at the Trick Circle hashtag, I'm just like, oh my god, like I don't even understand any of this, but it's so gas. Like,
For sure. Before, like, we've been talking for like an hour. I don't want to just forget to plug stuff, so we can keep talking.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna put some videos and such on screen. So yeah, for sure.
Rad.
no, plug it.
Plug it.
Director's
Yeah.
commentary. Let's
So
go.
I guess we start with. What do we start with? Eyes emoji.
Also, respond to Jack in the chat. Yo-yo doesn't have to be introverted if you don't want it to be.
It's a good point. I
Yeah, they're
agree.
both skill
Like-
toys, and
Extreme
like they're both practiced in isolation. Like Kendama is bigger and perhaps flashier in visual appeal in a lot of forms, but they're both very solitary pursuits.
Yeah,
Kendama-
like
what Kendama
I
has is a
did-
more organized scene.
Mm. I'm putting your
yeah,
video on
it's,
screen,
it's,
by the
it's
way.
interesting.
Here we go.
Oh, pop the seed.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Shout out this short promo I recorded in like an hour because I suck at filming in front of a camera.
Hey man. Hey. No. No, you don't. Okay.
I know, yeah, that's that's exactly what we're talking about. Like
Yeah.
less of that kind of talk.
It's so easy to be like self-deprecating on like a million fronts. So.
yeah.
Yeah,
Self-deprecation is a habit I really had to fight to break, and I strongly recommend to anyone listening, definitely, like, if you stop doing it, it feels so good. Unless you're really funny, then it's fine, but like, if you just like stop saying the self-deprecating stuff, really benefits.
This color is so good.
Yeah.
Like
It's amazing.
it's gonna be an insta-cop for me. Like
Reminds me of that one crazy top deck color.
I don't know what you're talking about, but maybe, theoretically
It's
speaking.
gray in
Yeah,
low light and is this really pretty purple in natural light.
Do you want
And
to talk
to be-
about? Oh wait, go ahead. Sorry.
oh, I was just gonna say, to be honest about the color, my criteria was not black, but basically black.
True.
Yeah.
And,
it's
and that,
They killed
it's
it.
like it's
That was-
pastel black.
They killed it.
yeah, I think about it as like a deep purple kind of black.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight Taro.
Midnight
Sorrow.
Sorrow.
Yo.
You're onto something.
Oh, I like soft black. That's sick.
Yeah. Very dope.
Yeah,
Soft
like
black.
light black.
Alright. I'm gonna just like keep putting stuff up because we kind of have like a bunch of videos. Here's a Jamie trick.
Oh, throw it.
Oh, this is a new Jamie trick. Or
This
I
one-
don't
this
know
one
what
goes
Jamie
hard.
trick this is. Oh, this is a
I
new
never
Jamie
watched
trick.
it.
Yeah.
This trick goes crazy. I watched it before.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're kind of nuts for this one.
I'm nasty.
What? Oh
What?
my God.
Design.
Wait, I thought you were just the dude who does the CAD. Like, what's this? Come on.
No, yeah. Yeah, these two be fucking like they sick with it.
For sure, for sure.
They're all like, "Is this sick, or is this just kind of dope?"
color. That color is like really good.
Wait, what is that color?
Yeah, what is that color? Do you wanna?
What is that color?
I'll let you say whatever you want to say. Or
Yeah,
whatever you
this
don't.
is an exclusive first look at the Yo-Yo Sam exclusive Galaxy Acid Wash Kappa
Ooh, eyes emoji. That
with
goes
a
hard.
cute little
Good.
yeah.
Whoa,
Very
sick.
there it is.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
got the,
this is
the new-
plug
new
time.
Engraving.
This is plug time.
That's the
Plug
this is
it.
plug time.
Okay,
Yep.
we're plugging.
Very limited. Head to Yo-Yo Sam along with the SIGs, along with what I got right here, olive green.
Ooh, olive green. Ooh.
That's going to be a very small drop, kind of a pilot, kind of a preview. Then more drops will follow.
It hot.
So
So many
all
good
those colors.
in this run.
So those colors will be at the Yo-Yo Sam drop. Everything but the scales.
Gotcha.
Then the others, yeah.
For some reason, it will not let me put like all these photos I have. Like I have like 20 photos to put on the screen, and it just doesn't let me. So, I guess you will have to hold up yo-yos to the camera. My apologies.
I
All
was.
right.
I was.
Yeah, you were. I'll keep making you do that. So
Yeah.
here's a match.
More B grades coming soon. Yes. Yes is the answer. We're probably gonna do something unique with the B grades and do blind boxes with half swaps.
Ooh.
So look
that goes
look forward to
sick.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. You get a unique color.
For sure.
Oh, that's me.
That's
'Cause,
you.
Yeah, that's a great Matt trick. I
This
watched
is-
this a lot.
This is Matt with the new color too.
That's
I
me.
believe.
Yeah, that's Matt with
That is
the matte
me
color.
with the new
yo-yo.
color.
Very fine.
Isn't
Very
it
fine.
sick, guys?
My guy got the sauce.
The blue turned out very nicely. And
I
the,
heard it's
the,
fast.
Yeah, and the
Ooh, that's fun.
portion of the proceeds are going to a very good cause as well.
For sure.
So, you like to support a good cause. The the money or a portion of the proceeds are actually going to the Junior Diabetes Research Foundation. So my girlfriend, Mo, we've been dating for 3 years. She actually did the art on the yo-yo. So we're gonna celebrate that.
Very cool. That's very noble of you. I respect it.
Thank you, brother.
Will there be a half Matt, half Adrian edition B grade?
Good question.
Good question.
I thought it looked cool.
I have a Matt and Adrian here. Let me actually, you know what? Let me do some of these half swaps in real time and see what chat thinks.
Brother,
Real-time
perhaps.
swap.
Real time half swaps. You get some opinions.
For sure, for sure.
Jamie, this trick, Midwest Flannel Core Revival.
Yeah, dude. No, this is.
No,
cool.
yeah.
Jamie,
Wasn't it like?
Jamie has
Mid-school
Jamie
flannel
is
corvette.
holding me responsible for like for reviving like mid-school like Midwest yo-yo.
Watch out for whenever
So-
we do a team edit, and it's just a big internet meme.
Yeah.
Oh wait, can I make you?
There's the Adrian Matt
Look there.
swap.
Oh.
Chat, wait, I have a big brain live. I know what I'm doing with live. Definitely idea. Ready for this?
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
make you big. Does it work? Oh, I need to move myself now and make me small.
Oh, I'm huge.
I'm making you big so everyone can see the yo-yo.
What's up?
I super know what I'm
Um,
doing totally. Yeah, show
yeah.
yo-yos. Go crazy.
So there's Yo-Yo.
Ooh.
Got a Matt half. Got the
Ooh,
Adrian half.
that looks really
Honestly,
good.
it looks.
That
Yeah.
looks really nice.
The colors mesh really well. I think there.
I agree.
And
It's
the
extremely good looking.
yeah,
And
that,
then
I'm rocking with
another
that.
another one I want to see what the people think of.
Mm.
is
Ooh.
the scales swapped with the green. We talked about this.
We
actually.
did talk about this.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Unscrew your yo-yos, go crazy.
I'm unscrewing my yo-yos and going crazy.
Yeah, that's what I
Because
like to hear.
the ones I have here are
paperwork
just like my personal Jamie
Yeah.
yo-yo.
Mm-hmm.
So they are in varying states of,
Yeah.
not being a retail product, we'll say.
Can't be as bad as mine.
You don't know.
Probably not.
Do you sit on your yo-yos or something? I don't know.
I actually have sat on a couple of yo-yos before.
Yes. I'm not surprised.
No, so
There we go.
Ooh.
oh, that's a good looking one.
Yeah, that's hard. That
I
goes,
think this
that
one's
goes
great.
tough.
Yeah. And then the engravings on both sides are black, so it
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big fan of this one. I've been maining a
That's
yo-yo setup
awesome.
like this for
That's good.
recently.
Super sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a half swap gamer, get excited.
Dude, good stuff. No, yeah, anytime it's time for the team to get a little yo-yo re-up, I always end up asking for B grades because I don't treat my yo-yos too nicely.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. for
I
sure.
I make
I
the
do-
most out of my time with them. and I always have like this one, I try to only use when I'm like filming a trick or I'm over really thick carpet because I wanna keep this one in good shape.
I made Matt big now. I'm so skilled.
I treat my yo-yos like Damas, so all mine are just beat up.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, man.
Every
That's the way to do it.
What kind of shirt am I wearing? Oh, this is let me can I Oh jeez.
Oh, do I make
I
Jamie
don't-
big?
I don't want to stand up.
Don't
It's
stand up.
Metroid.
You don't need to.
Yeah, the shirt is Metroid. It's Samus
That's hard.
in her helmet and stuff. Yeah, it's
Stuff.
really
That's a cool shirt.
big fan of the shirt. I got it off of the Yeti. I'm not sure if
Nice.
it was a limited time shirt or not. I think it was a limited time shirt.
Very cool.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan.
Big fan. Big fan. Okay.
Big fan of Metroid. Big fan of Metroid.
Per Adrian's
Yeah.
request, shall we play Herding Cats? Because that's kind of like iconic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I switched
Yeah.
to the wrong thing. Alright, we're gonna do Herding Cats. Goated Kendama video featuring none other
Record
than
high
Chuck.
viewer count. I'll see it.
Don't want to block off that too much. Yo, yeah. Sick video. Matt Mondays on a
Mad on a
Thursday.
Thursday.
True.
Colin, bro, you mean mid Monday?
No, don't do yourself like that.
dude,
That's
what
the
were we
name of
just
Metroid.
talking
Oh
about?
my god. Heard that cat.
Dude, this video is so good.
No. Yeah, this
Such a good video.
I remember watching this for the first time as a senior in high school, watching this at lunch, and just at first being like, "Oh, I'm gonna edit," because I see this first trick, and then I see all the other tricks, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, there's so many it's funny in Kendama. There's like at some points where I think, did I maybe do this first just out of curiosity? And then I
Yeah.
look back at this vid. Charles did it years ago.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's like-
gosh.
We have that in Yo-Yo.
That's super-
It's Sid already did that.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Or
and
Yuki.
Another thing that I noticed, so I actually never owned a kendama until about 6 months ago, courtesy of Adrian. And you know, I'm very lucky to have a very nice kendama with nice big cups. And I remember actually watching this video a couple of months ago and looking at the kendamas Charles is using, and then looking at mine, and I'm like, how did he do these tricks on these kendamas that he's using look so much more difficult to land tricks on than the one I have. I feel incredibly grateful to be using the technology that I have in hand.
Yeah, Kendama's gone a long
Yeah.
way. I'd say for yo-yo people on here, the Kendamas Charles are playing are like stock freehand zeros,
Oh man.
and nowadays, Kendamas are just kind of sick. Like the typical average kind of comp like metal yo-yo now, you can kind of just do everything, more or
So-
less what a modern
Yeah.
kendama is like.
So to put that in perspective, Yuki won Worlds in 2002 with a modded, like with what I believe is a modded freehand.
Yeah.
So compared to what we have, yeah.
Yeah, like the homie Matt says in the chat, like lunar flip. You're like, if you could lunar flip consistently, S tier. Like you're just like whirlwind be the banger, like the banger ender, and now it's kind of like one of the first tricks people learn, which is insane.
Yeah, and now they have the kendamas with the tamas painted to where you can like track the hole. Like
Yeah.
the tech is crazy. The tech is crazy. Yeah, Andrew just said like the tech is insane.
Super sick.
On
Yeah,
kendamas nowadays. This is such a good video though. Oh my God.
Yo-yo tracking.
Ooh, we got the Jensen cosign.
Yeah, Jensen cosine for sure.
Yeah, I'm a personal just like big fanboy of Jensen and Charles, so I'm just like I'm happy that they both have a kappa and my kendama.
Oh yeah.
That is crazy that they have a kappa. I think about that a
Oh,
lot.
I don't know if he
So
likes it. I actually have no idea.
Guys, someone go ask him really quickly. Someone shoot him a DM. It can't be me. I'm too scared. Someone go ask him.
A fun fact for the lore about this video. So like after this edit dropped, Matthew Rice, one of the co-owners of Grain Theory, hits up Charles and asks him, "Do you want to be on Grain Theory?"
Oh my
And
gosh.
Charles says, "Nah, I'm good. I kind of did it all for there. I'm done. Thanks though."
That's wild, honestly.
And this was like when Grain Theory started too, when this video came out. So that's like, I always imagined this crazy alternate timeline of like, what could have been.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Like, like
Yeah.
Charles could have just been like, I'm a kendama player now. Let's go.
Dude, like we've talked about some lore tonight, but that's like some serious lore.
Yeah, that's underground. I feel like
That's crazy.
you're leaking,
in
you're
Herding
leaking
Cat,
secrets.
Like Charles is playing one of the first like batches of Grain Theory, like the first and second batch of Grain Theory kendamas in that video, which is so... Yeah.
Ooh, this was my pick.
Yeah, I have a few of your picks too. That was an Adrian
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah, so like I don't know, I just like one thing about Tyler's yo-yoing that like really inspires me is that he doesn't use slacks a whole lot. Like he tries to keep his string as taut as possible throughout his tricks. And he also kind of one thing I really like about Tyler's yo-yoing and that I've kind of tried to apply to my own is that I feel like, I mean, obviously I'm not Tyler, so I don't know what his thought process is when he yo-yos, but I feel like it seems like whenever he sits down to create a trick, he makes this like imaginary bubble, and the yo-yo can only move around inside of that little bubble. Like I feel like he's extremely his space use is extremely calculated, and I feel like it's really he really thinks about like where he wants the yo-yo to be at whenever he's making a yo-yo trick. Like it's almost like it seems like he's predicting where the yo-yo, he's a step ahead of the yo-yo, it feels like whenever he yo-yos. Like he just has that extra edge. And like I feel like Tyler kind of went down this like wormhole of like this one really specific kind of yo-yo trick and became incredibly good at it, which is like it's like a really really inspiring to watch Tyler Yo-Yo, because he's just so masterful, and his execution is just so good. Like, if you watch his tricks, they're so incredibly hard, but it just, like, no one makes yo-yoing look as easy as Tyler does. And definitely watching more of him, I would say a combination of a bunch of different things. Like, Kappa was the first organic yo-yo ever really used. Like, I was never really a huge
The
organic.
first organic yo-yo ever.
I'm not kidding though. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just
That's the crazy thing. It's like I went from using like just purely like 65 gram 56 by 44 outer ring bimetals to you know, like chucking Kappa all the time, and just like over the summer, and like actually I wasn't yo-yoing at all when I got on Spiral, because I was like totally bedridden from a surgery I had over the summer. So the first 2 months or so that I was on Spiral, I just didn't yo-yo at all. And then when I finally got back on my feet and I was able to yo-yo again, I was standing in place yo-yoing because I had a boot on and I couldn't walk. And I think that, like me being forced to like yo-yo while standing in place and using an organic yo-yo, and like I also started doing a lot of tricks I'd been storing up in my head for a really long time but never really put out there. A lot of those things kind of like came at me at once, and like over the summer I completely changed like the way I yo-yo, like for the better in my opinion. But like Tyler is definitely one of those yo-yoers that just like every time I watch him through a yo-yo video, I immediately like as soon as the video's over, like I flip my laptop closed and I go pick up a yo-yo and just like try and make a new trick.
Gotcha. Before we end, which will probably be happening shortly, I finally figured out how to get photos up, so
I
I'm
see.
I'm gonna flex the nice AE Kappa
Yeah.
now.
Do that now because we could talk forever.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Can be in the background. That photo is low quality for some reason. This, maybe? No?
Ooh,
I don't know.
that's a good-
I still don't really have it figured out, but, you know,
some of them look super
If you-
compressed, and then others look like pristine.
ridiculously crisp, right? Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure why. See, this one,
It's a very nice yo-yo. I
Looks-
wonder who made it.
yeah, I wonder who.
I guess you have to follow us on Instagram to see them in.
Oh, true. You should. We should plug IGs in chat. Feel free to do that. Go
yeah.
crazy with it.
Oh yeah.
Here's the brand.
All right, I'm just gonna leave the really high quality photo up because that's the one. Oh wait, no. Okay, it's being mean. I don't know what's going on.
All good.
Yeah, for sure.
15 away from 1,000. Can we do it, chat?
I think you can.
Any gifters?
Any gifters in chat?
Any gifters? We're 15 away from 1K. Any gifters?
I'll make a story about it if you need.
Yeah, I'm lost again. Rest in peace. We had it for a second.
Well, it was a good run.
It was a good run. We had the nice photo up there for a
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really had us in the first half.
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna see if I can get the Matt Kappa up. Oh, Matt Kappa. There we go.
Here, let's go.
Success. Dubs.
Woo!
Dubs.
Hey, I took that one.
Ah,
That's
That
why.
yo-yo looks nice. The yo-yo looks
Ooh.
nice. For sure. Yeah. If you guys have anything else you want to say before the end, feel free to say it.
yeah, ask away.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions also.
Yeah, chat questions.
I'm getting tired because it's late out
Chat
here.
questions for sure.
Oh yeah, it's like 6:30 over here. PST
Yeah.
game.
Which
on-
one
Which
do you get?
Which one do you get? Wow, that's a good question.
Ooh, here's
The
Unkappa.
one that's
Unkappa pick.
Yeah, that's a hot
Just
one.
use like a random number generator.
True. I like
They're
them
all
all.
equally amazing.
Yeah.
If you're-
just let a
If you're
computer pick one for
truly
you.
indecisive, you could wait for the blind box B grades.
True.
The decision
Very
will be
true.
made for you.
uncappa
Jason,
other
my
side.
day was.
Oh my gosh, Jason, what an angel.
Jason,
My day was quite
Hello.
okay. Thank you very
my
much.
my day was all right. I had to wake up at like 5 in the morning, so I'm kind of tired.
Hmm. Oh,
But it was
and
good.
Are either of y'all doing
Um,
scales open, or any of the three of you, actually?
I am.
Jamie and Matt are entering.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm hyped.
I'm- competitively spectating.
For sure.
Yeah.
Amy, do you handle
Yeah.
all the yo-yo packing? No, no, actually. No, I get a lot of help from
Your
I
dear
can't
family?
remember her name. Can't remember her name, but my sister.
Oh boy.
Adorable.
Matt asks, "Do we have any plans for more anime kappa?" Probably.
Probably. As far as like explicit things.
Oh gosh, Big
Um,
Matt. Oh gosh,
it's-
it's Big Matt.
He's so big.
All right, more reasonable sized Matt. In the sweatshirt.
Oh my god.
Aaliyah says something you're looking forward to in the next week. That's a good question.
The next week.
Hmm.
My second COVID vaccine dose.
Oh, let's go, W.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm getting my second vaccine dose on Monday.
Not technically next week, but I'm looking forward to seeing my pals in New York, my yo-yo pals. That's what I'm looking forward
Oh
to.
yeah.
Very stoked.
Almost next week. I'm just going out to go film Ben Harold do some
Oh.
kendama tricks, so I'm always hyped for that.
That's fun.
That's
The best,
exciting.
The goat.
That's very
Yeah.
exciting. Front row.
So yeah,
I'm excited for
it's
midterms.
like, dude, let's go. Good
awesome.
luck.
This is so
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to spread a lot more of that. You know.
Yo-yoing is sick.
What?
Let's act like it.
When are yo-yo contests coming back? That's a big unknown, I'd say.
2024.
World still hasn't canceled, so that might happen. I guess we don't know, but I wouldn't put any money on it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think like October next year is like the first I'm hearing of U.S. contests, so maybe then. Not sure.
What contest?
We're. I don't want to say too much because I don't know. We're talking about LVO, but maybe it really depends, like how things go. But
Totally.
definitely trying to make that happen.
Yeah.
Jamie, GT10 Spiral. I think we could do that. At some.
Yeah?
No,
That would be.
I could send a message.
Oh, Adrian, are you wearing your hoodie?
Oh yeah. It's okay.
Wait,
so
let me make Adrian big. 1 second. Okay,
Yeah.
you're big.
I'm big.
Oh,
Let's go.
dude. I have to like resize myself every time too. It's sad.
Dude, let's do it. Okay, so I'm wearing this ghost spiral tee.
Whoa, that goes hard.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That goes
Otherwise-
hard.
Embroidered black dash spiral.
Yeah. I'm crazy. Like I like having designs and everything, but I also want them all black so I don't have to change my clothes to film a trick
For
because
sure.
that often.
I actually know that pain, dude. I feel that so much.
Bro, you could cop a trick apron.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh. Dude, I screenshotted them and then didn't send them to myself. I'm a genius.
yeah. Go cop the spiral apron. Wear whatever you want all the time. Chilling.
Yep.
Just throw.
Yo-yos
For
in the
sure.
pocket.
For sure. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are there other products I'm like missing? Things to promo?
Merch is just kind of merchy. We got
I'm working on the merch.
the
You got
Valentine's
merch
Day
up.
drop. I guess it's pretty new. It hasn't even been a month. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of. We actually have a lot of, like, pretty fresh merch. The matte hoodie, like you saw.
The matte hoodie is cool.
The apron we talked about.
I'm bringing it up.
Can we get this
I'm on it.
blackout
Yeah.
on there?
Throwspiral.com.
Throwspiral.com.
for all of your yo-yo merchandise needs.
Some of them.
Most of them.
This is the
The most important
apron?
ones.
The apron goes crazy.
Oh yeah, trick,
I need
trick
to cop.
apron and the trick apron and the tote. Yeah,
the tote
love
goes
this.
hard too. Who does the art for these? Is your friend or
Spiral assets are by my friend Seth. Yeah, just long time friend, great artist.
very cool?
Someone who I've known long enough
They
that
kill it.
we kind of are able to communicate in a way where it's just like communication's pretty seamless, I guess you'd say, when it's like, oh, what if it was like this? They'd like immediately
Or
get
art?
it. So they did the original Kappa engraving. They done all the art of Spiral Chen. You've seen like the portrait tote and this engraving here is them, and even the Spiral logo Spiral. Originally, it was just hand drawn by them, and then eventually, like did like a more precise one, based as closely to the drawing as possible.
Super sick.
So, the player ready letters, they did those as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, the whole Spiral visual language, just about is Seth's handiwork. Yeah,
Sick.
Cute, but not weird.
Cute but not weird.
cute, but don't make it weird. That's all
Yeah.
we have.
Spiral like slogan.
Yeah, the never ever.
For sure. All right. Is there any other final stuff you guys want to say before we end out?
Yo-yoing sick.
Yeah, you being sick.
That's all.
You're sick.
Mark, do you want to?
Take care of your mental health.
Yeah.
Keep supporting
vibes.
Scales, please. Keep
Compete-
supporting Scales.
Compete at Skills
Supporting
Open
Scales?
Awesome
Fest.
stuff.
Check us out at Scales.
If you haven't registered for Scales Open,
Link
Do
is in the
so.
bio of this, or like the description of this.
the link is in the description. Go register
may
for
or
Scales
may not-
Open.
Yeah.
There may or may not still be an early registration, so you could film up until I think
Yeah,
the final
there,
day.
yeah,
if you
there
just-
is.
Register early and procrastinate.
Come through
Cutoff is
to.
on the 13th,
Yeah.
right? For early
13th.
reg.
Yep, 13.
Support
Yeah.
your community, homies. Like, submit to Scales Live. Like, submit to Scales Live. Pop out to the live streams. Compete in Scales Open. If you're not competing, come through and watch.
What?
Yeah, dude. Scales is doing sick stuff, and
Wow. Thank you, Matt.
they deserve all the support.
Much love to you.
So show Scales the
Yeah.
same love they're showing all y'all.
All
Get
right.
back to your community.
All right. Before we end, follow Spiral on IG. It's the links in the
Yup.
description. Make it happen.
Throw Spiral.
Do you have any final words, Jamie or Adrian? Yeah.
Just thanks for having me, and thanks for listening
Right
to
on.
Art.
all we had to say. And especially going back on, if you're ever feeling burnt out on social media, take a break. Talk to some friends about it if you're feeling like anything, like people are here for you. Don't
Yes.
forget.
Sure.
And you're
Yes.
sick.
Yeah,
All
I think
sick.
the two takeaways. Yo-yo social media is not real.
Mm.
Yo-yo friends are the most real.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's.
Yeah.
Did I
Throw
just?
Spiral, baby.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna end it there.
Spiral.
Much love, everyone.